few days ago, with the softest of cries, a new life began. And today that life begins again. Not on the ground, but in the air. Today, a small one learns to walk on a tree. This is Nanda. Her body still speaks of recent exhaustion, of the profound work of bringing life into the world. Yet, her focus is absolute. It is not on her own weariness, but on the tiny, trusting form against her heart. Her child, Kicha. The world below is a distant, dangerous country. Here, in the network of branches, is their home, and a home must be navigated. The first lesson is trust. Nanda gently peels Kicha's tiny hands from her fur. The infant's grip is instinctive, desperate. Nanda holds him, just an arm's length away on the broad branch. His little feet paddle in the air, finding no purchase. He wobbles, his body a bundle of uncoordinated will. She is teaching him to walk, to catch, not for ambition, but for survival. Strength in these limbs means security. A strong grip means he will not fall. Her body is his first branch, his first safety net. Every tremor he steadies, every tentative step he takes is a step away from peril. She is building his future, branch by careful branch, creating a fortress of skill to protect him. The lesson is intense, the sun now high. Kicha tires. His movements become sluggish. His cries turn into a specific thirsty signal, a soft, persistent murmur. Nanda reads it instantly. The teacher becomes the comfort. She gathers him in, drawing him close to her chest. He nuzzles, finds milk, and drinks. This is the reward, the reset. Strength is not just built in muscle, but in this quiet communion. Rest is part of the learning. Nanda falls asleep, hands still loosely clutching his mother's fur. A friend, Mali, a female from the troop, approaches cautiously. Even in sleep, he is held, and Nanda is watched. Mali observes, her eyes soft with what we might recognize as longing. She inches closer, not to interfere, but to share the circle of care. It is a look of deep affection, perhaps a yearning for a little one of her own. The community begins here, with a shared gaze of love. Exhaustion claims Nanda. She slides from the branch to a soft patch of earth below, a rare concession to gravity. She lies on her side, Kicha cradled, nursing in his sleep. Her face is blank, emptied by the sheer effort of nurture. This is the unspoken weight of motherhood. Mali sits beside them. Gently, she begins to groom Nanda, her fingers moving through the fur on Nanda's back in slow, deliberate strokes. Mali does not leave. Her presence is a quiet solidarity. She offers a massage, a tactile comfort. It is a language older than words. I am here. Your burden is seen. She is so close, so ready. It seems she wishes to scoop up the little one, to give Nanda a moment's rest in a leafy nursery of her own making. After a while, Nanda stirs. Nourishment is needed, for her to make milk, for her to keep strong. She moves to a thicket rich with broad leaves. Mali follows, a shadow of support. Here, Nanda's focus shifts. With meticulous precision, she opens each leaf, searching for hidden insects, for protein. This too is a lesson she will one day teach. But as she forages, Mali seizes a chance. She swiftly, lovingly scoops the sleeping Kicha from Nanda's back and cradles him. It is an act of pure, mischievous affection. Mali holds him like a treasure, rocking gently. But a child knows his universe by scent and heartbeat. Kicha stirs, senses the difference, and lets out a confused murmur. The bond is magnetic. He squirms, reaching back for the familiar silhouette of his mother. The call of home is stronger than any gentle arms. Nanda reclaims him, not with anger, but with firmness. The lesson continues. She massages him as he feeds, stimulating the flow, combining nutrition with touch. And when his eyes flutter open, Mali's desire returns. She reaches again, hoping to borrow this bundle of life for just a moment more. Nanda holds on. A mother's grip is a complex thing. It is both anchor and release. She holds him close now, so that one day he can let go. Threat to a young one can sometimes be the innocent enthusiasm of its own community. Not far off, a group of juveniles erupts into chaotic play, shrieking and tumbling. Distracted, Mali leaps down to mediate the squabble. For a moment, Nanda is alone with her child. Then a visitor, deliberate, calm. This is Bonita, an old female, her face a map of wisdom and scars. She does not rush. She sits a respectful branch away. Her communication is in the soft clicks of her mouth, a gentle greeting. She offers presence, not proximity. She knows the rules. She honors the sacred space around a new mother. And then another, Java, younger, kin. He approaches with more boldness, his greeting cheerful. He begins to groom Nanda enthusiastically, his intentions a mix of help and curiosity. And then he sees his prize. With a quick, smooth motion, he borrows Kicha, cradling the little one with a look of sheer delight. Javo's love is a thief. He wants to hold this newness, to feel the future in his arms. He sits proudly with Kicha nestled in his lap as Nanda watches, ever vigilant. It is a peaceful scene, a village sharing its newest member. But peace in the jungle is a fleeting visitor. A new presence is felt before it is seen, a tension that stiffens the air. Then they appear, a patrol from a large rival troop, moving with deliberate, intimidating slowness through the adjoining canopy. The alarm is instantaneous. The social grooming ceases. Survival instinct takes over. Nanda moves with a speed that belies her fatigue. She snatches Kicha back from a startled Java and descends swiftly to a lower, denser thicket. Bonita is already there, a pillar of calm in the panic. Nanda presses close to the old one. Bonita begins to groom her with renewed focus, a calming ritual in the face of fear. In the storm, the old become anchors. Bonita's touch says, "Be still, we are hidden." Meanwhile, Java stays above, eyes wide, watching the danger pass, watching over Nanda from a distance. The threat moves on. The silence it leaves behind is fragile, precious. Nanda, her heart still pounding against Kicha's small body, climbs to a new tree. She chooses a spot with a clear view, a defensive position. One eye scans the world for danger, the other watches her waking child. This too is a lesson, the most important one. She is teaching him to read the wind, to feel the tension in the forest, to understand that safety is not a place, but a state of constant, gentle awareness. She is giving him the map to a dangerous world. And then the greatest presence of all arrives. The king, the dominant male of their own troop. He moves with the gravity of responsibility. He has heard the alarms. He comes to inspect, to secure. He approaches Nanda's tree. She goes still, presenting Kicha subtly. The king does not touch them. He does not need to. He climbs to a branch above them, a living sentinel. He settles, picking up a stout fallen branch, holding it loosely. His message is clear. This place is under my guard. You are safe. His protection is not coddling. It is the architecture of the troop itself. His presence is the strongest branch in their world. With the king on guard, a semblance of normalcy returns. Nanda's two older offspring, who had scattered, now creep back. Her second-born, a juvenile, sits close, leaning into her free side. It seeks not milk, but comfort, a gentle grade of affection, a reassurance that it is still loved amidst the new arrival. It lays its head down, soothed. But hierarchy is a complex tree. Another force arrives. April, the queen, consort to the king. Her face is set in a permanent severity, a fierce vigilance that brooks no nonsense. She tolerates no weakness, sees playful juveniles as potential liabilities. She sees Nanda's second-born nestled too comfortably on the main branch. In a flash of matriarchal fury, she grabs the juvenile and flings it unceremoniously down to a lower, less desirable branch. April's love is for the strength of the troop. Her cruelty is a harsh pedagogy. She teaches order, respect for rank. The young ones fear her, for she is the keeper of the rules that keep them all alive. Chastened, the second-born later returns, quieter now. It sleeps near its mother, who, despite her overwhelming focus on Kicha, reaches out a tired hand to groom it. Her love, though stretched, is not finite. Nanda does not stay long. The visit from the king, the intervention of April, they are reminders that safety is cyclical, that peace must often be sought elsewhere. The sun begins to lean towards the horizon, painting the canopy in gold and long shadows. 60 minutes in a life, not a saga of great journeys, but the profound epic of a few feet traversed on a branch, of milk given, of dangers sensed, of a community that both supports and complicates. Nanda finds a final perch for the night, a dense knot of vines. She settles Kicha against her, his tiny hands once again finding their home in her fur. His walking lesson is over for today. Tomorrow it will begin again. Learn that a branch is a road, that a mother's body is the first and most important tree, that strength is learned in wobbles, and safety is learned in glances. The forest grows not just upward, but inward, in the heart of a mother teaching her child how to navigate a world that is both beautiful and full of fall.